let's briefly again recapitulate the factors responsible for cyst formation. First one is the proliferation of the epithelial lining, intracystic fluid accumulation, and resorption of bone as fluid accumulates and epithelial lining proliferates. Increased hydrostatic pressure, increased osmotic pressure, increase in the surface area of the lining, that is mutual factor, and displacement of the surrounding soft tissues or resorption of the bone. Increase in surface area and lining. In few cysts like odontogenic keratocyst, keratin formation is more than the hydrostatic and osmotic factors. In such cases, instead of uniform expansion, there are finger-like projections into the surrounding bone. This factor might determine the recurrence and aggressiveness of a cyst. Let's talk regarding the clinical examination part. The clinical examination will include diagnostic features, symptoms of the cyst, signs of the cyst, clinical stages of the cyst, secondary effects on the jaws, and investigations required. Diagnostic features, signs and symptoms of a cyst lesion depend upon dimension of the lesion, type of cyst, location of cyst, important structures adjacent to the cyst, presence of infection in the cyst. Signs of cyst, whether it's causing a bone expansion, fluctuant swelling under oral mucosa, non-vital tooth, if radicular cyst, missing tooth, sinus formation with discharge, large cyst, distortion of the adjacent structures, hollow sound on percussion. Symptoms of cyst can be associated with pain and swelling, salty taste, difficulty in mastication, ill-fitting denture, displaced teeth, space between the teeth. Clinical stages of cyst: periosteal stimulation, curved enlargement of bone, tennis ball consistency, can be indented on percussion, eggshell cracking, micro cracks on cortical plate, fluctuation, complete resorption of bone overlying the cyst, sinus formation, infection due to contamination from oral cavity. Secondary effects on jaw due to cyst: numbness, pathological fracture of jaw, secondary infection, malignant transformation. Investigation includes radiographic examination, CT scan, contrast studies, aspiration, vitality test, biopsy. Radiograph for cyst is IOPA for small periapical cysts to see the tooth involved, occlusal view to check lingual cortical expansion, PNS view, that is the occipitomental view, to show the relation to the maxillary antrum and the nasal cavity, lateral oblique mandible to check proximity to the lower border, posterior anterior view to check expansion of the ramus of the mandible, survey of symphysis and body. OPG shows entire affected region, size and site of the region. Radiographic interpretations. Radiographs help to define site, size, extent and marginal outline of the lesion. Characteristic appearance of a cyst is a round or oval radiolucency surrounded by sharp radiopaque line of the condensed bone. This line missing in an infected cyst or a very large cyst that is growing rapidly. Large cyst in mandible may displace inferior nerve canal, clearly seen in the radiograph. This is a radiographic representation here, and this is a 3D CT where there is easily hollowing onto the buccal cortical bone, that is, there is complete resorption of the bone. Yes, the section of the mandible where the buccal cortical bone has been lost and the cyst has involved in the soft tissues. Again the same thing, here the buccal cortical bone has been completely lost, and this is the OPG where a cystic lesion is present in the posterior region of the mandible. Most commonly it might be associated with the second molar tooth. Contrast studies. To find out exact size, relation and relationship of the cyst whose extent is doubtful, water-soluble contrast solution can be injected to the cyst after removing cystic fluid. Avoid painful excess pressure in the cystic cavity. After filling with radiopaque dye, essential radiographs are taken. Contrast medium removed by aspiration carefully to avoid negative pressure in cystic cavity. Aspiration. Cystic contents are aspirated using a white bore needle that is 18 gauge and syringe is 5 ml. Different types of aspirates obtained. Provisional diagnosis may be based on the types of aspirate. This is the aspirate or the cystic contents. This is the diagnosis. Type of aspirate. What might be the probable diagnosis? Clear, pale, straw colored fluid with cholesterol crystals. It is dentine cyst. Creamy white, thick aspirate, odontogenic cyst. Yellowish, foul smelling fluid, infected cyst. Blood, needle in blood vessel or vascular lesion. Air, mammary antrum or traumatic bone cyst. Here the aspirate and cyst correlation has been given and you can go through it. What it would be the probable diagnosis of the cyst, what will this say the aspirate, and what might be the other findings of the aspirate. A biochemical evaluation of the aspirate fluid. If total protein content is greater than 4 gram per 100 ml, indicated radicular cyst or dentigerous cyst. If the total protein content is less than 4 gram per 100 ml, indicated odontogenic keratocyst. Vitality test. Vitality test is done for tooth involved in the cyst and those adjacent to it. If tooth non-vital, it is most likely to be a radicular cyst. Biopsy. When type of cyst is not confirmed by aspiration, a biopsy may be done to categorize the cyst prior to treatment plan. Gold standard to determining the cyst and to differentiate from neoplasm. Thank you.